Good morning, everyone. My name is Carl Jasmine G. Baldos, and we're going to present Mastering the Balance, Harnessing the Power of Reactive Oxygen Species while Eliminating Their Harmful Effects. What is reactive oxygen species? Now, reactive oxygen species are molecules that contain oxygen and such as superoxide, hydrogen peroxide, hydroxyl radical. Okay. They are naturally produced in our body as a byproduct from the normal metabolic processes, including cellular respiration and the immune response. So, because it's naturally occurring to our body, they are used as ROS are naturally used. Our body needs a certain amount of it for us to function properly. So now, they're also found in the environment, like exposure to environmental toxins such as air pollution, cigarette smoke, and radiation. Okay, so since our body require a certain amount of RS to function properly, and the excessive amount of it, our body also counteracts it by using antioxidants. Now, if there's a high levels of ROS in our body, it will cause imbalance, and the imbalance will cause the oxidative stress. That's what it's called, the imbalance between the ROS and the antioxidants. Now, if there's a oxidative stress in our body, it will cause diseases or the cellular damage to our body. And some of the examples of the disease that we will get from the cellular damage from ROS is called cardiovascular diseases, cancer, and neurodegenerative diseases. Okay, since ROS are naturally occurring to our body, the molecules that ROS are producing in our body are called superoxide anion, hydrogen peroxide, hydroxyl radical, and singlet oxygen. Okay, they are produced differently in cellular structure, such as mitochondria, peroxisomes, and the plasmic reticulum. In addition, immune cells during the inflammatory response can also generate ROS. Okay, so now we're done talking about the general of ROS. We're now going to talk about the different kinds of species of ROS. So first, superoxide anion, or O2. The superoxide anion is a type of reactive oxygen species that is generated as a byproduct of cellular respiration in mitochondria. So now, because it's used in the mitochondria, our body really needs it for us to function properly, such as the metabolic processes. So now, if there's an excess of the superoxide anion, it will cause to, as what I said earlier, to oxidative damage or the oxidative stress that will cause our cells and tissue to be damaged or lyse. So the superoxide anion is also used to perform crucial physiological function in our body. So, since superoxide anion is used in the metabolic processes or in the mitochondria of our body, they have roles in it. And some of the roles are the signaling molecule, as an antimicrobial agent, or as a vasodilator.
Another type of ROS is a hydrogen peroxide, or H2O2. It's a type of reactive species that generated by the byproduct of diverse metabolic pathways in our body. But excessive amount of H2O2 can lead to oxidative damage to the cells and tissues that performs the most various roles of physiological function. Deoxyradical, or OH, is a highly reactive and unstable free radical molecule that does not serve any specific physiological function in the body. But due to its high reactivity with biomolecules such as lipid, proteins, and DNA, it is considered one of the most destructive reactive oxygen species to date. Another one is a singlet oxygen, or 1O2. It is also a highly reactive and unstable molecular oxygen that does not have any specific function to the body, just like a radical hydroxide radical. It is a byproduct of various metabolic reactions and can also be generated by exposure to environmental stressors such as UV rays. The roles of the singlet oxygen in the body is an immune response, signaling molecule, photodynamic therapy, and photoaging. The singlet oxygen is mainly used as a stressor or a signaling molecule produced by the stressor, which is the UV rays. The uses of reactive oxygen species is used as a signal transduction, the process which cells are respond to stimuli involve reactive oxygen species. In this cycle, the ROS can adjust protein action throughout the post-transitional changes like phosphorylation, obliquation, and nitrosylation. The reversible attachment of these modifiers targets lysine residues of an isopeptide bond known as ubiquitination. In many organisms, including plants, where it has been incapacitated with the regulation of immunity and cell death, the nitrosylation is a reversible post-transitional modification of protein cysteines, that plays a major role in cellular regulation and signaling. As a component of the human innate immune system, ROS acts as an antimicrobial in order to protect the body from invading fungi and bacteria, neutrophils, and produces a lot of reactive oxygen species. ROS have both a good and a negative consequences on the body, while excessive concentration of ROS can cause cellular damage and contribute to a variety of health issues. Controlled levels of ROS are also required for a variety of physiological functions in the body, including cell signaling, immunological responses, such as two of the ROS given by the post-light is used for immune response and signaling, while the others are also used as signalers for stressors such as UV radiation and antimicrobial for fungi and bacteria. As said before, the useful application of them are immune response, cell signaling, wound healing, exercise, and cancer therapy.
Now we are in the how to eliminate reactive oxygen species. First, we have antioxidant, which serves as a ROS eliminators, and they are used in the antioxidant defense system to prevent oxidative damage. Antioxidant like catalase, superoxide dismutase, and glutathione peroxidase reduce their activity of free radicals, neutralizing and eliminating them. To detoxify ROS, our body changes over them into less receptive substances using NADPH, a subordinate cell chemical like peroxidase and reductases. In response to infection, macrophages and neutrophils are activated during the inflammatory response, producing a significant amount of ROS. This ROS assists with killing attacking microbes. However, assuming it continues, it can cause harm to the tissues. ROS are unstable molecules that can damage cells and cause a variety of health concerns. While our bodies make ROS naturally as part of their metabolic processes, excessive quantities of ROS can build owing to a variety of reasons such as environmental pollutants, poor diet, and stress. Here are some methods for reducing ROS. First, we have the food high in antioxidant. Consuming foods high in antioxidant can assist to lower ROS in the body. For the food that high in antioxidants, we have fruits and vegetables that includes berries and leafy green vegetables. For the supplement, it can reduce the ROS in the body by including vitamin C and E as well as selenium. So for the exercise, we can increase our antioxidant production and enhancing metabolic function by regularly exercising to lower the ROS in the body. For the minimize stress, stress can raise the body's ROS levels, and stress management techniques such as medication, deep breathing, and yoga can assist you in lowering ROS. And to avoid exposure to environmental toxins such as cigarette smoke and pollution that can raise ROS in the body, toxins should be avoided whenever feasible to help decrease the ROS. You should also get enough sleep. Sleep is a critical maintaining good health, and it can lower ROS in the level. you need to sleep 7 to 9 hours per night. And for the medical treatment, it can be required in some circumstances to lower ROS level in the body. In individuals with chronic inflammation, for example, the anti-inflammatory medicines can lower ROS. For additional information, medical treatment options, speak with healthcare provider.
Okay, so now we're done discussing on the important functions of the ROS and how to eliminate them. Now for conclusion, because as what we said earlier, ROS has a important function in our body because such as for the metabolic processes like the redox reaction, ROS is needed on that, but the high levels or the imbalance of the ROS in our body will cause damage to our body. So it may have a good use because it's really needed in our body, but the too much of it will cause harm to our body because of the cell breaking down and will cause diseases such as what I've said earlier, cardiovascular disease, neurodegenerative diseases, and cancer.